Hey YouTube, Jake here from Lemon Bracket. Today we're starting a beginner terminal series. Rather than worry about whether you're on Windows, Linux, or Mac, we're going to work in a shared Ubuntu setup. So we're going to use this service called Cloud9. So if you open your browser and just go to c9.io, you're going to want to create an account here and just sign in. And when you do, you'll be at this dashboard. And this service here basically lets us simulate a Ubuntu box right here in our browsers, and we don't have to worry about messing with local stuff right now, just in the beginning. So go ahead and create a new workspace. I'll just call mine terminal tutorial. Give it a simple description. The template we're interested in is the blank Ubuntu, which is right down here with the Ubuntu logo. Go ahead and click Create Workspace. So we're just going to cover a few really simple commands to start today. We'll look at cd, ls, pwd, and man. And you'll see, like, we're just going to try to look at a computer from a different perspective than the GUI that we're used to seeing every day. And you'll see there's a lot of powerful things you can do at a terminal that are not easy to do in the GUI. So now that this is loaded up, let's go ahead and close the README here. We can close this immediate tab down here. I like to take the bash and just drag it all the way up to the top here, and go ahead and close that bottom panel. And what we're looking at here is a just simple bash prompt. And the first name you're seeing here, BitNight, so that's just my Cloud9 username. Followed by a colon, and then we're seeing this path here, so it says tilde/workspace, and then we see this $sign. So the $sign is a prompt. Everything after that is where our typing output is shown and where we enter our commands. The tilde/, that's actually letting us know where we are right now. So we'll take a look at that pwd command I mentioned and type that out. So when you enter that, you'll notice it's showing home Ubuntu workspace, and that's the full path to where we are. So from the root of the file system, the first / into the home folder, into the Ubuntu folder, and workspace. So let's say we wanted to learn a little bit more about a command. So a command we can use for that is called man. So if we just type man, hit enter, it's going to ask you, what manual page do you want? So for most of the built-in commands into Ubuntu, we can use man to look up the command help page. So if we just type man pwd, so you notice it's showing us right here the name pwd, print the name of the current working directory. So it's letting us know the path to where we are. So if we go ahead and hit Q, quit the man command, and let's say we're interested now in viewing the contents of the current directory. So another command we have for that is called ls. So we just type ls. So you notice there's one file in here called readme.md, and we can use the man command for this as well to find out a little bit more about it. And you'll notice we have the name up here as well, ls. It's telling us it lists the directory contents. It's giving us the synopsis here, just basically saying the command ls followed by option in square brackets followed by file in square brackets. So when you see these options here, these arguments listed in square brackets, they're just letting you know they're optional. So these options they're referring to are these flags down here, and you notice there's quite a few of them. So if you scroll through or use your arrow keys, you're going to see there's a lot of them. We're only going to look at a few today. We're going to look at the -a, which is just going to show us all files and directories, including hidden files and directories. And we're going to look at -l. -l right here just says use a long listing format. And basically that's just going to let us see the directory listing vertically instead of horizontally. So let's hit Q. So let's try ls-a. So this is the option it was referring to. So now you notice we're seeing a lot more content here. And something you can do with single hyphen flags is you can combine them without typing them over and over again. So you could do this. So let's say I wanted to have all the files even hidden and in vertical format. I can combine them like that, or I can just combine them like this. And that only works for the single hyphen variations. And so basically what we're seeing here is in a long format, all the files and directories hidden or otherwise. So now we might be wondering, like, how do we move around? The command we use to change a directory is conveniently enough just cd. And when we're looking at this listing format, we are seeing some directories because they're ending in // and also at the front over here. We'll get into this later, but you see them starting with a D, whereas the file doesn't. What we can do is we can actually cd into these folders. So the ./ is referring to the current directory. So okay, let's try that. cd takes the path that we want to go into, so cd dot. So it's just taking us right back to where we are. And we're seeing a ... which is basically saying there's a directory above us we can check out. So let's try that. cd ... So you notice the path over here on the prompt updated. So instead of being in the workspace folder, we went up to this tilde path. And if we type ls, you notice the workspace folder we were in is contained here, along with a lib folder. If we do our all in long format style, you notice, wow, there's a lot more hidden files here. So we can ignore all of these for now. A lot of them have to do with customizing your shell and your environment, and we'll look into stuff like that later. But let's get our simple format here, our simple listing. And one thing I'm noticing is the screen's really full right now. So let's go ahead and type clear, which just conveniently enough clears the screen for us. And let's type ls again. And let's go ahead and take advantage of something called tab completion to get back into workspace. So we don't have to type out the full path every time. So let's say we want to go back into workspace. We can do cdw, just hit tab. You notice it's filling it out for you. We go ahead and hit enter. We're back in the workspace folder. So let's talk about what that tilde character meant now. So we keep seeing it referenced there, and if we go ahead and type tilde, we're seeing it's not a command, but it's a reference to the full home / Ubuntu directory, and it's just being shown as a shortcut here on our prompt. So what that tilde refers to is the default location that we cd into. So the directory we'll go to if we just type cd. So notice I'm in workspace and I just hit cd, and it took me back to tilde, which is an alias for our user's root folder or home folder. And basically this is a really convenient place to just get back to that safe place where you like to work, where you have kind of the full permissions to modify and create your own files and folders right here. So not a lot of dangerous stuff you can do within here, but we can manage our folders here. This is kind of like when you open the, let's say in Windows File Explorer, your usernames folder, your documents, your downloads and videos and that, they all live here. This is pretty much analogous to that. And this is basically where we'll do a lot of our work from in the future videos. And that'll pretty much wrap up this video here. I just kind of wanted to get us into the C9 workspace, moving around a little bit, using the man command. So you can feel free to Google and look up a few more commands if you like. And you can get comfortable reading the man docs too on your own time. And yeah, so basically in the next video we'll look into making files and folders, how to remove them and manage them, and we'll see you next time.